This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State CyClowns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cowboys will kick it away to start. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Iowa State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Walker will fire. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Cowboys offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
He's got it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Pistol is firing. Touchdown, Cowboys!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's got him in the flat. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The play action fake. Finds the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Hauls it in. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cyclones will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down and more. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat.
There are quarterbacks that drop back and stay in the pocket, and you play action, you keep him in the pocket the whole time. Not this guy. I'm going to use his athletic ability. He does a great job bootlegging to the right. Now I got him on the run. Do I stop him with his feet? Do I stop him throwing the ball down the field? Puts the defense in a really tough position.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Walker to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost hopped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got him this time. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Walker will fire. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Under fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Looking for space, it's Allen. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. Long way to go. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Walker to throw. Makes the catch. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Now Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Let's send the tight end in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. That's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw on third and long. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for room, it's Allen. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Makes the catch. It's Fields. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Rigby. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Across the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Fires and picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's got it down the middle. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Back open in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Motion from the wideout. Walker will fire. Pressure coming. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Tuggle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here. There he goes. Got the 1st down and more. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. To the ground. He's got it again. pick up a 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's 4. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They got it at the 41. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll go back to the ground. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Makes the catch. It's John. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Walker to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. Oklahoma Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Rigby. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Cowboys will try to convert on 4th down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Cowboys are rolling down the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Walker will fire. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. And this ball will be downed at around the 20. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass, and breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Cowboys come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Cowboys come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah,